Hey guys, I told you I was gonna do another video, the CP tag. So don't mind if I'm kind of looking off or away more than usual. I have to read the questions on the side here. So let's just get into this. Question 1, it says, what kind of CP do you have? Now I think I've answered this before. I have spastic diplegia, which basically affects my lower limbs. I have movement on my hands. I can walk, but not the greatest. Right now, I am trying not to do a lot of walking just for the simple fact of me falling down all the time. So, the next question is, how did you get CP? I was born 2 months prematurely. I say 3 months, a lot of people say 2. I don't know which it is at the moment. I've heard it 2 different ways, so I'm just going to say 2. I was born 2 months premature. Now, when I was born, I was very tiny. I was born with a lot of health issues. They didn't find out about my cerebral palsy until I was 2 years old. I was not meeting the milestones like a lot of other children do when they're younger. But when I was 2 months old, I did have open heart surgery because a lot of people know that if you're born prematurely, can have complications, and that was just one of mine. Another one is number 3 says, how did you feel about it growing up? Growing up, I didn't think anything of it until I was about 7 or 8, maybe 9. And people started pointing it out more and more. And I had a very rude and ignorant neighbor whose kids like to come over and sit and talk to me. And I'm going to kind of sidetrack off this for a second, but used to come over and talk to me, and one day he saw his daughters sitting there talking to me and yelled across the street and said, you better get back over here before you catch what she got. And I noticed then that I was different. I felt like it was more of a burden on me, so to speak, than, anything else. I have 2 older siblings and 2 younger siblings, and they both don't have CP, and I see the way they live their lives, and I wish day in and day out that I could live my life like that. But I really don't like CP. I don't feel like it's helped me. I don't feel like it's done anything except cause me pain. Number 4 says, how did CP impact your life, good or bad? I don't want to say it was all bad, because it wasn't. A lot of people would say, oh, well, CP, it must be all bad. Well, it wasn't all bad, but it wasn't all good either. Number 5, do you ever think about your life without cerebral palsy? All the time. All the time. I always dream at night that I could get up one day and walk and not fall on my face, or be able to walk normally and straight. How was your schooling with cerebral palsy? My schooling with cerebral palsy, pretty much, sorry to say this, it sucked. Elementary school was one of the worst times because I was in special ed classes, but I had a walker wherever I went, and nobody else I knew was physically challenged or had a physical impairment. Even through high school, the same thing. The only difference between elementary and high school was the fact that I didn't have to do gym. They didn't make me do gym in high school because I couldn't. They tried to make me run the mile once, and I couldn't do it. And number 7, how has your disability changed throughout your life? It changed a lot because I've noticed a lot more pain, and I noticed that I get a lot more muscle spasms. When I was younger, I didn't notice that. So basically, that's how it's changed. Other than the simple fact of, I can't really move. Number 8, it says, how will things change for people with disabilities? How will things change for people with disabilities? Sorry, I had to reread that again. I didn't know if I was making any sense. I don't know. To be quite honest, I don't know. I noticed that my CP just gets progressively worse. Other people I know don't get worse. There's a lot of, oh, well, you can't, you have cerebral palsy, it's not going to get worse. Oh, for me it has. Do you believe in God? Does that help you with dealing with having a CP? Yes, I believe in God. And no, it doesn't help. To be quite honest, I don't know. I think if I asked God right now to take away my CP and it was an option, I'd do it. If there was a pill or a cure for CP, would you take it? Most definitely. Definitely. I do not like CP at all. It's been more of a stressor on me than anything else. But yes, I would take it. No matter what I had to go through. Just to be able to get up and walk one day and just not fall on my face or be normal and be able to use my feet and move my toes and, do all sorts of normal things, I would take it in a heartbeat. But that is the last question. And this is the CP tag. Sorry if my questions were a little short and vague. It's hard to answer a lot of the questions when you're not for CP, you're more against it. But yes, that is the CP tag. And if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Thanks. Bye.